Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another 10-10 Wins Small Business Challenge. I'm Rob Walsh, the host tonight. We got a great audience tonight, and let's get right to it. Our first contestant. Our first contestant is Make It Black, a made-to-order dye and redesign service. They give new life to luxury clothing considered defective, and they help keep them out of our landfills. Let's hear it for our first contestant. Mandy, you brought your laundry with you.
It's clean.
You're going to have to explain that to us. Oh, yeah, you're going to make me hold things, huh? Oh, all right. There we go.
My name's Amanda Grogan, and I'm the founder of Make It Black. The textile industry is so innovative that it's growing textiles from mushrooms and integrating mind-blowing tech. Yet, my problem, this t-shirt, was how it started. Makeup on a white t-shirt. The best solution for this is to recycle it, which shreds it, donates it, which ships it to developing countries damaging textile markets, or to landfill it. Research shows that we wear 20% of our wardrobes, and that was certainly true for me. If you look into your wardrobe, you see mass amount of prints that you wear once, colors that aren't your color. As a fashion designer, I know that this is also a problem in the industry. It's called dead stock. $50 billion a year in the US is wasted on dead stock. It's a huge environmental problem. Make It Black is the solution. We take dead stock and your wardrobe discards and transform it into new product by making it black. We're a circular solution for your wardrobe and the industry. With 10-10 Wins, 10K, we can host our first pop-up in New York, allowing the public to transform their clothing into new and keeping it from landfill. Our goal for 5 years is to save 3 million garments from landfill, and that will equate to 6 million pounds of CO2. We can do this with your help. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice job. I'll hold your laundry. Bruce, you want to start?
Where's the production, your operations, and tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. So we're based in Brooklyn, in the Brooklyn Fashion Design Accelerator. We use facilities in New Jersey, and we're developing in North Carolina at the moment. Our scientists are developing recipes that are particular to over-dyeing because you have to contend with the color that originally was, that it was previously dyed, and we're developing a system to use as little water as possible, conserve our energy, be able to pool our dye runs to make this as most sustainable as we can.
And what kind of capacity do you have?
The more that we have, the easier it is. And because we are one color, although there are so many factors within that one color, we can specialize in this, and we can then pool our orders together based on fabric content, which allows us to be even more sustainable. Right now, we're marketing ourselves as more sustainable than recycling because we're not wasting the actual product life. We're not shredding it. We're not using chemical processes to downgrade it. We're keeping it as a garment. So our capacity is endless. And this can be used we're starting as the model in New York, but we want to be able to go to where the dead stock is, which in some cases is Asia, and have our model be able to run as close as possible to the dead stock to avoid shipping.
Vincent?
Okay, hi. You answered my question. You gave a lot of material. So basically what you're doing is taking pretty much any material, any color, and you'll make it a black.
Not any material.
Okay.
We don't do leather.
Okay.
Anything that's coated, we don't do. But polyester, the main fiber contents of dead stock are cotton. Unfortunately, now about 80% of even your regular cotton t-shirt is polyester. So we've developed a formula that can actually do both at the same time. And also we will be getting more into silks and wools so we can do the whole full range.
Already a good variety. Question, the white shirt, how long does that take? What's the process to get that white shirt and you turn it black to make it more effective and usable?
So as a consumer, we say our turnaround is 10 days.
Okay.
The process itself takes a day, but then we reprocess to the point that it's a new garment. So we repress it, for our brands, we re-tag it, So when you open it, it's an experience. You're shopping your own wardrobe, things that already exist but look new.
Well, you picked a great color. Thank you.
We're going to stop right there, and Laurel, we're going to pick up with you on contestant number 2. Thank you very much. Great
Thank
job. One question: do I get to keep these? These look like my size.
prefer this one or this
I sort of look good in black. There you go. Thank you very much. Great job. Nice work. And it's extraordinary work that's going on here. Thank you very much. Contestant number 2. This Long Island City-based company provides curry-based and hot sauce. They started a couple of years ago online and are now in markets throughout the city. Cassandra. Let's hear it. Hi there.
Hi. Hi, my name is Cassandra, and I'm one of the owners of Mama Lamb's. We have a pretty delicious Malaysian-style curry paste and hot sauce. Feel free to sample some on the table. Mama Lamb is my mom, and she is the one who came up with these recipes 30-plus years ago. When she arrived here in New York City, which surprisingly lacked Malaysian-style restaurants, and consequently made her very homesick for curry. Her curry is loved by friends and families, and it was always something that she can cook up really quickly for my sister and I. Fast forward to 2016 when we finally launched the company because we want to share the products with everyone so they can enjoy a traditional dish at home or a non-traditional fusion. Right now we have 2 styles of the product. Traditional styles have shrimp paste and the vegan styles do not. To date, we distribute to 30 stores, locations, and we sell online through our website and through Amazon. And we also pop up at local markets and events throughout the year. One of the biggest struggles that we have is the manual labor that goes into the production process. So we, a little bit spicy. We hand cook and jar all of our products, my mom and I, sorry. So we want to start automating the process by investing in machines. The first machine that we want to invest in is a filling and capping machine. With the $10,000, we hope to invest in that machine so it can increase production and while maintaining the employees that we have. We hope that 10 Wins and BNB can help us take this next step. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Nice job. Laurel, was it spicy?
Yeah, but hey, my family's Jamaican, so we like it spicy. You talked about investing in the machine and that being able to increase production. By how much of a factor would it increase your production?
So we think that it should help us almost double because right now the jarring and filling process takes about 2.5 hours between if we had on one person. With 2 people, if it takes 2.5 hours with 2 people and we can jar 400, but with 1 person we can only jar about 200.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. And then how have the Amazon sales been doing? You said you're on Amazon, right?
Yes. So it did start out very slowly, but it did increase, and I believe it's helping us when we pop up at events and we tell people that we're available on Amazon or through our website. So we have the clients do not really overlap. It's kind of different. So it's kind of nice to have that distribution as well.
And are the reviews good?
Yes.
Oh, no, great.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
We have a 5-star with about 10 reviews, but hoping to get more reviews.
Audience, that's where you come in, on those reviews, right? Bruce?
With the increased production, how will you spread your brand further, and how are you branding now? Because so much of a food product is about brand awareness.
Right. So because of our local pop-up markets, we sample our product to everybody so they get to try it. And through that, we're getting a new customer base. And right now we distribute on our own, so we're hoping that if we increase our production, we can find a local distributor to work with us to expand and grow our reach.
Vincent?
Where are you manufacturing right now this product?
We produce out of a shared kitchen space in Long Island City.
Okay, just basically New York so
Yep.
far?
Yep, in New York, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's terrific. Anybody else have any other questions? We have a little bit more time left. If not, thank you very much. Great job.
Thank you.
Remarkable. Nice job. Our third contestant, Mansi, described to me as the lemonade upgrade, the world's first premium calamansi juice. The Philippine lemon is the next superfruit to hit the U.S. market since coconut water. Come on in. Hey, it's about time I got it. Great. Are you going to treat the judges? Because I don't vote. Wow. Come on up.
Hey guys, my name is Charles Medinella, and I'm the CEO and founder of Mansi, the world's first premium calamansi juice. I'm sure you guys are wondering, what's a calamansi? Well, it actually looks like one of these fruits. It's a superfruit from the Philippines that looks like a lime outside, but when you cut it open, it looks like a tangerine inside. So you're gonna taste a tart and sweet combination, high in vitamin C, high in antioxidants, and great for the digestive system. The judges tried it cold and refreshing, warm like a tea, like a detox, and amazing with a cocktail or a seltzer. Our vodka, rum, and tequila is fantastic. We started the business a few years back because I really wanted to help our farmers in the Philippines bring a sustainable supply chain here to the US, as well as being proud of being Filipino, and hopefully just hitting that beverage market mainstream here in the United States. I left my Wall Street position after 7.5 years, and the formula that I created is what you guys are trying today. We're in about 350 locations throughout Fairway Market, ShopRite, Morton Williams, as well as Amazon.com, our website, drinkmansi.com, and in 2 months, we'll be in our first Walmarts and Whole Foods. I hope you guys tried and experienced Mansi. It really is the new citrus experience. Thank you so much.
Who wants to kick this off, Vince?
Good timing after the spiciness of, which was delicious, by the way. Importing, how is that working for you, coming from where you're getting this fruit?
Absolutely. Just like anything, like coconut water, for instance, comes from the other side of the world. What we did was we timed the lead time. Speaking with our farmers, it takes about a month for bringing that from the harvest season out here to the United States. We're actually going to be doing a production fairly soon, so we're really going to get that out here in about another month and a half when we launch our second product.
What's your timeline when you get it close to you? How long do you have before you have to say, hey, maybe too much or well, it's too late? Is there definitely timeline for that?
No, I mean, we definitely do projections, 5 years out, but we also make sure that with our beverage right now, we have a shelf life of about 1.5 years.
Okay.
So all these things we can just hold off and, really get out there. It's a high acid drink, so it's aseptic. You can hold off a few years of shelf life.
Okay.
Thanks.
So not only do you have to brand the product, but you have to educate the market about this calamansi and make sure they
Yeah.
don't think it's
Calamari, yep, absolutely.
So
Yeah.
two things. One, how do you plan to brand the product? How do you plan to educate the market? And also,
Absolutely.
you kind of mentioned a social component of helping
Yes.
Filipino farmers. Where does that fit in?
So we do medical missions. My parents had instilled in me. We used to go every year and still do to the medical missions in the Philippines. And that's how it kind of came about with helping the farmers. They have all the supply in the world, but they have no idea with technology how to bring it back here to the States. And that's how I thought about marrying kind of my creativity and entrepreneurship with building a supply chain to bring that back over here, just like how coconut water started 15 years ago. Our really hope is just to bring that out education-wise, and hopefully when with the money that comes in, hopefully we can use that for demos, for marketing. Because I think it's like liquid to lips. Once you try it, you're like, wow, this is unique. We've never seen this before. And that's why we're like with the world's first premium calamansi juice of its kind. And I think when people try it, understanding what you can use for it, whether it be warm when it's hot, when it's like a winter day outside, cold on ice, or when you're on the beach with a mojito. And I think those are the things that will really help the education for this fruit.
I love the mojito option. Where will you look to break into that first market? What does your initial campaign look like? What would be a great campaign that you'd love?
Well, our tagline is your lemonade upgrade. So anybody who knows about the Philippine lemon, just knowing that it has a tart and sweet component to it, it's like all the citruses combined in one. And I think that's when people really try it. They're like, wow, this is different. How did I not see this before? Other countries coming from the Philippines, like for instance Korea, it's in now Starbucks. It's in Singapore, it's in 7-Eleven. And it's just a matter of time, but it actually comes over here, just like coconut water. But nobody's ever thought about mainstreaming this product. And I thought, why not? It really is delicious. It's vitamin C. If you could drink lemonade, you could drink orange juice. Why can't you try Philippine lemonade?
Well, I delivered your tagline,
Yeah.
right? Okay. I did my job. Well, thank you very much.
Yep. No, thank you.
Great job. Number 4, Shakti Bar. Brooklyn and Harlem yoga studios and community space. You've already mounted the list of 1,000 clients. Congratulations.
Just say when. Shakti Bar is a yoga bar studio making exercise accessible to more people via sliding scale prices, fitness classes for all levels, and diverse teachers. With $10,000, we'll be increasing the square footage of our yoga room in Brooklyn. 5 extra students per class means about $5,280 more per year, which could yield upwards of $63,000 in additional profits annually. Also with the 10K, we'll be outfitting this increased student capacity with more athletic props, like blocks and straps, things that make workouts more adaptable, safe, and true to our mission. Our mission has had a profound impact on New York and beyond. Did you know? Yoga is a multi-billion-dollar industry, yet it's 76% white women. 44% make over $75K annually. Enter Shakti Bar with its inclusive mission. In just 28 months, we've opened 2 going on 3 studios in this region alone. Impacted over 20,000 students, have a 4.8-star rating across 15,000 reviews, employ 48 women at any given time, and have 35 press hits, such as the New York Times, AM New York, and were awarded amongst Brooklyn Magazine's top 100 culture influencers. Shakti Bar has been made possible entirely through sustainable funding. In fact, we crowdfunded 20% of our capital from Shakti Bar locals in love with our studios and got the rest from small business loans via the New York Business Development Corporation, as of now. Finally, I would like to say that that $63,000 number, to put it into context, is about half of what it costs to open an entirely another studio. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Laurel, why don't you kick us off?
Should I stay here?
So just kind of conceptually, what's the
please.
distinction between, I guess, the service, the Shakti, exercise versus a traditional maybe yoga studio?
Yeah, amazing. So I mentioned already that the studio itself has some things in place to make it accessible, right? I talked about the sliding scale prices. Our teachers are diverse. My co-founder, who's not here right now, Shani Lamba, I love her. So that's studio-wide, right? But the classes themselves were also designed by myself, also a fellow Harvard grad, a psychologist and a former athlete, who noticed that women primarily were being oppressed in fitness classes through really low-level cognitive messaging, such as, excuse my language, but tone that booty, or drink your coconut water, it's $5 and it's great. So what we've done is actually put in positive psychology into the classes. We don't have mirrors, and interestingly enough, we face each other. So there's always this aspect of community community facing, basically. There's always an aspect of integration going on with every single bar class. I could go on. No dress codes, cost $15 less than our competitors. But, those are all things outside of class as well. Thank you so much for that question.
Bruce? If you had to describe the value proposition, you just said how would you sum up like a tagline? Why go to your studio than any other? Like, what is the very core of it? Is it the inclusivity? Is it like what's at the heart of what you do? How would you describe that in 3 or 4 words?
In 3 or 4 words, I would say inclusive yoga bar empowerment hub. Forgive the extra word.
Okay. So the inclusivity and
yes,
yoga.
Of course, through the pricing model, through the messaging in class, through the no dress codes. It sounds funny, right? Because bar industry, yoga industry, I think the first thing that came to my mind as well is something really luxurious and inaccessible. But when you look at the industry numbers, I feel, though it's a first world problem, it's very deserving. Also, the market, by the way, is 82% women. You know, when else are you getting that many women in one room? And what are you going to do with that? Are you going to be responsible? And are you going to have a business that can actually create social change, even if it's trendy and fun?
Well, thank you very much for coming in.
thank you.
I have a question.
Yes, please.
Where is the third location going to be? Just between us and the audience.
Oh, well, I can give you some TBDs.
Okay.
So we're looking right now at Fort Greene. That was a popular item on the survey.
We like Brooklyn.
Yes.
Okay.
We're also looking at Manhattan proper because currently we're in Harlem and Williamsburg, so we might want to complete the sandwich.
Okay.
All of it will be decided by the people. We use SurveyMonkey, and we also use Instagram tools to take polls. So, for example, we initially wanted Dumbo, and right now it's kind of like head and head with Fort Greene, and everyone gives their reasons. So, long story short, further south in Brooklyn, and or if you have other ideas, I'm happy to survey it.
I know a number of real estate brokers ready to help you. Well, thank you
Help
very much.
us.
Okay. Thank
All
you
right,
very
well,
much.
thank you.
Appreciate it. Keep creating those jobs. Okay. Our fifth contestant. After running the licensing for the department at the Warner Brothers Records, our next contestant decided to go out on her own and help low-profile musicians get their music heard, starting in our subways.
Hello, y'all. So I just want to start off by saying thank you to Tendon Winds, B&B Bank, and Rob. You're fabulous. So I'm Jen. Hello. I started my own company a year and a half ago after working in the music industry for 10 years, after moving to New York from Louisiana, where I was the first female and youngest person to run my college radio station. I started a company that's focused on music licensing, placing music in TV shows, ads, movies, wherever you hear music for lower profile artists, because I felt like there wasn't a model to help smaller artists build sustainable careers. And so I've been doing that for a year and a half. Now I am looking to start a record label that specifically releases music from subway musicians, because I feel like they're the most overlooked and there's so much talent. So it all came to me after I saw this guy, Malang Jaborte. He's from Senegal. He plays the kora. It's a 21-string instrument. I'm gonna cry just talking about it. Like, he destroys me. Every time I see him, I'm like, God, stop it. He plays for 9 hours a day, 6 days a week. He's been doing it for 8 years. He uses the money that he makes from the subway to go and see his daughter who still lives in Africa. Like, the whole thing is just like, there's such a story there. The music is amazing, and it kills me that no one has ever just like put the music out. Like at least 20,000 people have tagged him on the internet, being like, "How do I listen to this guy's music?" And for me, like, I want to use the money. I really want to like record thoughtfully. I want to record the music, and I want to release it and be strategic about like how do we release music and how do we like tell these stories and like just get this. Like, there's so much opportunity, I think, to have. Okay, bye.
That's great.
Okay.
Vince, you want to kick us off?
Sure, love to. Love music. How many folks do you have looking for this? How many of you get out there and look for this talent, by the way? I'm just a little curious.
Right now?
Yeah, right now.
Just like a few of us, but I've got a list. So many. Well, actually, how I want to do it. So I have the first guy signed, and how I want to do it is have it actually be like have a feed that's aggregated content of people who are posting about subway musicians, because people do it every second of every day.
Okay.
And when you get to a certain point, like if a certain amount of people post, then I want to involve the community. I want it to be like a bigger thing, not just like, let me tell y'all what's good. Like, I want it to be like we collectively decide what we would like to have outside of the subway.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What's your marketing? How am I finding out about this? How are you getting to me?
That's my favorite question.
Okay, there you go. Good one for me.
Okay, so my current business, the thing that I have specialized in, is the biggest marketing tool that the music industry has. So licensing, it's the new radio. It's how people make money. It's how anything gets in front of a large audience immediately. I set the tone culturally. I introduce small artists from the middle of nowhere in Portugal to the rest of the world that no one's ever heard of, and that's just what I do naturally. That's what I'm good at. So for me, like, having that and using this to work together, and also just I think that there's endless opportunity to work with creative technologists and have people figure out how do we release music even through the subway. Like, I think that there's so much there. There's such a story. There's like so much opportunity to be had. If that answers your question.
Thank you.
Is there a market specifically for subway-based musicians? Or,
No.
So it's meaning, is there a client base that wants to purchase specifically?
Yes.
Okay.
Have you taken the subway? I feel like people, there's a lot of stuff that's not that good, to be honest, but there's a lot of stuff that's amazing. And if you look at Google searches, like you can see like what people search for, and so many people have searched for how do I find this subway musician's music, and it doesn't exist. Like the first guy I signed was selling CDs that weren't him, and I'm like, no. And people are buying it, and it's not him. I'm like, what are you doing? But people, for sure, you see something in the subway, you're moved, you want to take it with you outside of the subway, and that isn't possible for a lot of these people.
This sounds to me like it could be a bit like the Humans of New York story,
Yes.
that people, while the music could be interesting, it's more the story of New York or the iconic shirt that you're wearing that John Lennon wore. Are you thinking of ways to brand it or mix New York City as part of it?
You bet I am. This is kind of like, I wasn't planning on talking about this, but I basically want to, first of all, make people remember the soul of the subway, because the subway, people have lots of feelings about the subway. But like if you, as a commuter, for me, every single day, you're on the subway, it's easy to be like, oh, this sucks, delay, bleh. But like when you realize like all of the beautiful, like everyone from around the world is here on this subway car, and this musician is changing my commute. Like they're responsible for free, you know what I mean? And like I want to help like just that, and I want people. I feel like I have the ability because my background is in marketing and strategic marketing and licensing and branding and all that stuff. And there's a way to even get people to come from all over the world just to see New York subway musicians. And like that's kind of that's the big idea.
Well, thank you very much.
Okay.
And then after you get this done, go fix the subways for us, would you?
I'll
Thank you very
try.
much.
Hey, MTA.
I bet you if we polled this audience, we all have that favorite musician that we have seen in our subways, right? Look at the heads are nodding. Number 6, Calm City. What is Calm City? Well, it hit the streets of New York in the summer of 2017. Brought to the Big Apple, the first mobile meditation studio. Yes, with the convenience of a food truck. Can I pass that around for you?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Put me to work.
Thank you. Go ahead. Hi, my name is Kristen Westbrook. I am the founder of Calm City, New York's first mobile meditation studio. So as big city dwellers and humans, we all face personal challenges. Meditation is a scientifically proven method to help deal with those challenges. I wanted to bring this practice of meditation and make it convenient and accessible, which is why I created Calm City. I'm a 2-time cancer survivor, and my 15-year meditation practice really helped me navigate the healthcare system. So that made such a profound effect on my life that I became a certified meditation teacher. Our mobile studio pops up in different locations around the city. We facilitate 10-minute guided meditation sessions when we're open to the public. We also customize programs for clients such as H&M, FIT, Susan G. Komen, and the City Parks Foundation. The meditation industry is a $1.2 billion industry, and it's expected to double by the year 2022. We've also been on the news. We've been on CBS. We've been in the New York Post and on 1010 Wins. So we would use this grant to run a campaign where we would give free meditation to underserved communities and youth, and also build our brand awareness and build our sales team. So you give us 10 minutes, we change the world.
Well, all right. Delivered. Done. Laurel, you want to kick us off on this, and are you going to be recruiting this to downtown Jamaica? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I was actually wondering who's is it individuals that are paying for it, or you mentioned kind of I think H&M, or do you imagine kind of a bulk purchase and then by stores?
We have public clients when we're open to the public in our pop-up locations, and we also have private clients. So we can deliver the practice of meditation to your company, school, foundation, or parks.
And how, I mean, kind of, you're naturally kind of, the competition is I can just meditate anywhere, no? Or?
Yes, well, when I was working in Rockefeller Center as a creative director, it was a very crazy environment, especially when they put the tree up. There's 500,000 people in Rockefeller Center. So I wanted a place to meditate in the afternoon. I could not find anywhere to meditate. I mean, I could go to a church or a public atrium or try to meditate in my office. I just couldn't find it. So I wanted it to be as convenient as a food truck.
And how many of these trucks do you have in your fleet?
At the moment, we have one truck, but we're looking to create a fleet of trucks.
I guess that partially answered my question. My question is, what is that unmet need that you're filling? Because I thought even in a very busy city, even around Rockefeller Center, there's a place to meditate. And the trucks, I'm guessing it could hold about a dozen people. So what is that, the real need that you're filling, and is the capacity really kind of limited with one truck?
At the moment, we can seat 9 people, and we are creating a community. Part of meditation, when you meditate with other people, you give each other energy, and that really helps. I think that there is a need. I needed it, and I wanted like a Superman's telephone booth that I could sort of transform in the middle of the day. So when I was working in the corporate world, I did need a place that wasn't connected to my office, that wasn't connected to any other establishment, where I felt safe and that I could actually do a meditation.
Well, thank you very much for coming in. And when are you going to be parked outside of 1010
The
Winds?
truck's out there right now.
Not that radio is a high-stress sector, you know. Yeah, I think you should have a regular spot out there.
Yes.
Thank you very much for
Thanks
coming
so
in.
much.
Appreciate it.
Thank
Great job. Let's hear it for Pro Campo, our next contestant. What do you do if you can't find a functional, versatile bag to attach to your bike? Well, plain simple. You go out and create your own, and you bring your bike.
Hi, I'm Maria Bosid. I'm an industrial designer and an avid cyclist, and I'm the creator of Campo. We make bags that help you carry what you need on and off your bike. You've probably noticed that there's more and more people biking in New York all the time. This is something that's happening across the country, and women are adopting it at 3 times the rate of men. But most women say they can't find the gear that they need to truly integrate biking into their lifestyle. That's what I created Campo to do. Our bags are made of weatherproof fabrics with reflective accents that clip on and off in seconds and then convert to a crossbody bag off the bike. We call this the no compromise approach because finally you don't have to choose between biking and having a bag that you love. It's been going great. We've sold over 2 million bags to date. We have thousands of customers, and we are sold nationwide in stores like REI. We also give back. We have a partnership with World Bicycle Relief where every time we sell 50 bags through Campo.com, we donate a bike to a girl in Africa so that she can get to school. We've already donated almost 100 bicycles through this program. So the reason I'm here, things are going great, but we have something very big on the horizon. One of the main reasons our customers bike for transportation is because it's good for the environment. And I want to mirror that value in our product and in our brand. But of course, that takes money. So with this grant, this is what we would do right away. We would switch all of our packaging to recycled packaging. And more exciting, we'd be able to switch all of our fabric from polyester to recycled polyester made out of used water bottles. This is important for me. It's good for the planet. Our customers want it. I know the sales will follow. So help me get there. Thank you.
Stay at the mic. Who wants to kick things off?
I'll start off. I had a nice conversation with you before, and we'll point out the smaller one on the front of the handlebars. So let's take a look at that. Take a look at that. Thank you. Okay, I'll help you a little bit. I'm just curious. You showed me how the bag attached to the back of the bike, Is that something that comes with the bag, that piece, or is that no, in the back where that metal flat piece with a bigger bag goes on?
You buy the separate.
So, okay, you just buy that and you have it on your bike. Is there any other way that bag can go on the bike? Any other?
The larger
Clip-on.
ones all need to clip onto a rear rack,
Okay,
but they cost
that's it,
about
rear rack.
$30. You can
Right.
get it at any bike store.
So you just have that, and then
Yeah.
you're good to go with the bag. And by the way, I saw it snap right on the side. It fit nice and it balanced.
Yes.
There you
that's
go.
true.
So, two things. One, a thought is City Bike. Does this fit on City Bikes? And two, how did you get to 2 million units sold?
Yes, all my bags are City Bike compatible. So they all fit in the front basket, and you can wrap the bungee cord through it. So then you can take it off and have a normal bag. I don't know how many City Bike riders are, but that front basket is a total nightmare. So that's a big selling point. This is my 9th year in business, so we've just been selling the bags for a long time, and it adds up.
Laurel, final word?
No, I think it's great. In visually, how do you differentiate it from any other type of bag? It looks. Is that the point? Is that it looks like, a bag that I take off and go shopping with, outside of it, the utility of the bag?
Yeah, our bike bags are like no other in that we're the only bike bag you will ever carry with you, even on days that you're not biking. It does have some of the bike features like I showed you with the reflective. I'm also proud that all the attachments are exposed, so it's not like we're hiding it away. It's just integrated into the bag, and so you can bike to a meeting and feel like you have a professional bag with it being part of your life.
And then getting investing in the more sustainable materials, is that actually part of the business proposition for your company, or is it, a good thing, sustainable? Are you actually seeing that there's going to be a value add in terms of your revenue, or do you, God bless you, think that this is, a sustainable kind of environmental friendly move that you should just make?
Yes, good question. There was something that really pushed this, and that's REI is our largest wholesale customer, and they're really making a commitment to become more sustainable, and is using that as one of their selection criteria with choosing vendors. So that's really kind of was the kick in the butt I needed to get it going, and by being very visible with this project, that we're confident that'll help increase our sales with that store.
Well, thank you very much for coming. And do me a favor, don't ride that bike off the stage, okay? No accidents. Thank you. Great job. Nice job. Congratulations. We got 3 more. Contestant number 8. Ribbit. Steve-led startup out of Stevens Institute of Technology in Hoboken. What's Ribbit? A product that is much more than just another app connecting people to restaurants.
My name is Matthew Cristaldi, and I'm the co-founder of Ribbit. Last year, while on vacation in Costa Rica, I noticed a strong, eco-friendly movement in the restaurant industry. Their intention was to deliver high-quality, local food combined with sustainability. As a consumer, I love this. But when I return home, I realize that so many restaurants here are wasteful, unsustainable, and don't tell us where our food comes from. To me, this was unacceptable. And in fact, more than 60% of all people in the US prefer to go to a restaurant they know is sustainable. The only problem is there's no tool out there to give them this information. That's why we set out to build Ribbit.io. Ribbit.io is an interactive crowdsourced app that connects you to healthy and sustainable restaurants. We do this by asking our Ribbiters simple questions about the restaurant. This will provide other Ribbiters with accurate, up-to-date information about the restaurant, but more importantly, will demonstrate that consumers want better. Our beta app is set for release this January, and we currently have 104 passionate Ribbiters signed up as testers. We just need the prize money to finalize development and carry out the beta test. Right now, we're focusing on Manhattan and Brooklyn, but the prize money would also help us expand into other areas in the Northeast. So judges, I ask you, help us put Ribbit.io into the hands of all those looking for healthy and sustainable restaurants. Thank you.
Boom. Done. Nice job. Bruce?
There's so many guides and competition among restaurants. A lot of people say that they want something sustainable, What evidence do you have that people will really modify their behavior for that, particularly here in the Northeast?
So our model is crowdsourced. So a lot of the apps and a lot of the guides that are out there are curated. And so what we've done is we've conducted over 100 interviews about people that they look for certain criteria. It's specific criteria. And this is criteria that they can't get in these curated guides and apps. In fact, is that we've talked to a lot of people that would use this, and when they travel, they have to use Google, use the guides, go to a number of different sources to get the information they need, the information that we can provide in one source.
Did the thought ever come with the app to like certify a restaurant as you met your criteria? Because that could really build not only your brand, but the stickiness of customers.
Yes, we've thought about that, and we're working with one restaurant who really likes the concept, and they think that it could be a guideline for how restaurants should be and how they should care for their consumers as well.
Okay, so like a good housekeeping seal, whatever.
Correct. Yep.
I had the same question.
Vince?
You know, we're seeing it more and more. You have a good concept here because healthy foods. People love to see a restaurant farm to table. One thing you did say, though, like you go to a restaurant and you ask questions. So I don't want to be silly, but, you know, I could walk in and say, hey, this is what I have or this is where I get it. How do you kind of make sure that what you're hearing is accurate?
So usually when restaurants promote their sustainability efforts, they'll do so the consumer can see it. Within our back end, within our model, we try to eliminate those outliers of information. And so one thing that you can see on these other sites is that they'll have negative reviews. They'll have very subjective reviews. But within our model, within our back end, we can eliminate that so that our user gets validated and accurate information.
Okay.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it. Good job. Nice job. And now there are two. Sustainable Snacks. It's a Bronx-based company committed to promoting public health through better snacking with a focus on I'll throw them out. Here you go. Sneaky catch. Sneaky catch. Sneaky catch. And there's one right there. Look at that. I could get a job at City Field, right? Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Rebecca Scott, founder of Sustainable Snacks, a Bronx-based natural foods company on a mission to promote public health through better snacking. We craft snacks with bold flavors and unique textures from 100% plant-based ingredients. Believe it or not, there was a time not too long ago where I couldn't get out of bed because my body was so stiff and inflamed. I was diagnosed with lupus, prescribed a regimen of pharmaceuticals, and a limited lifestyle that I refused to accept. I knew there had to be a better way. I transitioned to a career in public health where I developed recipes for clients to improve their health outcomes through plant-based eating. I applied these changes to my own routine, and I'm happy to share that I no longer take medication for my condition. Our flagship line of superfood snacks are bites of berries, nuts, spices, and maple syrup-infused dark chocolate. We're 100% clean, vegan, and paleo, and we're the first to bring this style of chocolate to market. We're currently distributed to over 200 big box specialty and independent grocery stores on Amazon and in the process of expanding to airline catering distribution. We also work to sustain our community of the Bronx, where we're creating jobs and make our products available at reduced costs to increase access to better-for-you options in the community that's the least healthy in New York State. We recently learned that our kitchen will be closing its doors in February, and if awarded the 1010 Wins grant, we'll use the capital to transition production facilities and sustain our business's growth. Thank you, and we hope you'll join us in savoring the bold taste of change.
Nice job. Nice job.
Great pitch. I'm excited to try this.
Yes, please try. That's the best part.
I would buy it. I think there's maybe a little confusion. You're talking about like the low income, the food deserts of the Bronx or the South Bronx, the medical, how it helped you, like just a healthy snack. There's a lot of different messages. Can it do all, or is it best to focus on one?
It is a very robust narrative. I have personally found it helpful to highlight all of the different aspects of the business's mission at the very kind of basic ethos of sustainable snacks. We develop plant-based grab-and-go products that lead with flavor. Americans are now snacking between 4 and 6 times each day, and flavor is the #1 driver when grabbing a snack on the go. And so we really focus on developing bold flavor profiles with wholesome ingredients.
So I don't question any of the value proposition. I think they're all great. Again, the low income, help medical, sustainable, ecological. I'm just wondering if you could effectively market it as all that, or where you've gained. I guess my question would be, where have you gained the most traction?
Yeah, so we have a very broad array of distribution channels, and our B2B business is doing the best. So we're distributed in grocery chains, also Amazon, Vitacost, Kroger Online. Digital has been very friendly to us. But there's a long history of food being produced in the Bronx and removed from the community. And so we're very mindful that we're producing this food in the Bronx and also making it available and accessible.
You mentioned something about you guys are the first of your kind to do some type of chocolate production or some use of the chocolate. Can you explain that?
Yeah, so that's a really special attribute of this flagship product line. And just to clarify as well, this is one product under the Sustainable Snacks umbrella. And as we grow, we'll introduce many other products. And so we are the only clean snacking chocolate on the market. We use an 80% cocoa content chocolate with only grade A maple syrup. So we're low glycemic, 100% clean, vegan, and paleo. And no one else makes this chocolate because it's very tricky to produce.
Well, thank you very much for coming in. Great job and great what you're doing for the community and for the Bronx. Nice job. Contestant number 10, Bar Candy, patent edible champagne dessert glasses made from the highest quality Belgian chocolate.
This is Liz. Now, I have a couple of questions for you guys. Who here likes chocolate? What about specialty cocktails and champagne? Yeah? Then you are gonna love my product. It's called Bar Candy. Bar Candy is patented edible chocolate glasses made from the highest quality Belgian chocolate, and you can enjoy your drink, your champagne, your dessert, and then the best part, you can eat the glass. And Bar Candy is perfect for any kind of event, including weddings, holiday parties, corporate events, bar and bat mitzvahs even. And also the best part is you can unleash your imagination. You can rim the glasses with anything from crushed cookie bits to 24-karat edible gold and silver. Now, if I were fortunate enough to win this grant from 1010 Wins, I would use the funding for packaging design. I currently sell in bulk in cases of 50, and I would love to roll this out as an option as a gift set. So many of my customers are always asking me, please, when are you going to come out with the gift sets? So that would be what I would do. I would also revamp my website and make it into an e-commerce site, which also includes a shopping cart. And if there's any left over, I would love to do a trade show. So let me know when you guys are ready, judges, and let me fill up those little glasses with some champagne.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Laurel, kick us off.
Just a quick question, kind of practically speaking, in terms of, body heat and melting chocolate,
Yes.
how do you overcome that?
Well, actually, because there is a holder.
Okay, so this is
Yeah.
the entire...
Exactly.
Okay.
So what you're going to do is drink it, and usually your hands are not going to touch the chocolate. That was my goal in creating this, is I didn't want people's hands to get messy. And that will last for hours on end without melting. I did a test once, and I had it in my kitchen for 13 hours, and it was still fine. So it's good in that way.
Okay, this is great.
Thank you.
Chocolate and alcohol. So we're looking pretty good. Just curious though, what so far with your customers, what events have been looking at your product and what are you going to do forward to? How do I find out about it? How are you going to be marketing this? But right now, who's been using it the most? Weddings or?
Yes, event planners, wedding planners. And then what I want to do is, like I said, I want to sell these as gift items so that they're affordable for everybody. And my target clientele right now is primarily brides and also corporate event planners. But I really want to make this affordable for everybody.
The product looks beautiful, but it looks like it may be one fragile and too difficult to pack. Is that a problem? And where are you distributing it now? And has there been a problem with damage or taking up a lot of space on a retailer's shelf?
That's a very good question. Right now, I outsource in the chocolate company, which makes the chocolate cones. They do a fantastic job. People order them in cases of 50 and sets of, hundreds and 200s, and there's very little breakage. And they get the holders separate. Now, you guys have the glass holders there, which is very high end, but 90% of my customers order the plastic holders. And so in that regard, like it's, the breakage is minimal and you're right, it is fragile. But when I sell them as gift items, I do need a packaging designer so that they won't break.
And what does a package retail for if you're doing, if you're getting the 50 cent for a bride?
Well, okay, so what I would do is sell in gift sets of 2s and 4s, and a set of 4 would approximately retail for about $65. And that, if I add a bottle of champagne to that, obviously that would increase the cost.
Well, thank you very much for coming in. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Did you pour some champagne in there to see? Yeah, I loosened the top so that you guys could pour it out pretty easily. So, and then you can see how it actually works. All right.
Okay, this is a first. Thank you very much. Appreciate
Thank you.
it.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for coming in. This is fantastic. Let's hear it for all of the 10 finalists. I tell you, if you're not inspired tonight, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, what a great group. Dean Gibson, we're going to have a tough time, aren't we? We are going to have a tough time. Bruce, I'm going to have you stop drinking that champagne.
Okay.
All right, I need to bring the 3 judges into the back room.
Okay.
And thank goodness you're making the decision and I'm just mediating. Come on, let's go. We are back with the 10-10 Wins Small Business Challenge. And Juliet, we have a winner.
Okay, congratulations. I think this was a very tough competition. Everybody seemed to have a great presentation and a great product. I don't know how the judges decided this, and they did it fairly quickly, so it seems like they had a consensus here.
They did a great job. Let's hear it for our judges tonight.
Yes, great questions.
Great job. Great job. To the booth, do we have a drum roll? God, I love this part. And the winner of the 10-10 Wins Small Business Challenge is Mansi.
Wow,
Come on up.
congratulations.
You can leave that one behind. You get this one. Let's hear it for Mansi.
Way to go.
Here it is, the winner.
Say a few words.
Shaking.
You want to shake my hand first
absolutely.
before you say it for the winner? Congratulations.
Thank you so much. It really means so much for really starting this idea that nobody really thought could be a reality. It's going to help the farmers. It's going to help our marketing efforts, our product production line. I just really hope that later on, 5 years, 10 years down the line, we're going to see this moment and say, wow, this is what started it all. So I really appreciate the judges. Thank you so much. And I hope you guys really just enjoy the juice. We do have some out there, so please take some. We have samples for everybody. Take it home, talk about it. It really is the new citrus experience. It's delicious, and I really hope that we can build this community together about this new drink. So thanks so much.
Great job.
So when we're all on the beach, we'll remember where it all started.
Great job.
Congratulations, well done.
All good, great. And to all of you who stayed with us, the audience, thank you very much for your participation. To our sponsors, B&B and Juliet, I love working with you on this stuff. This
Likewise.
is fantastic.
It's a lot of fun.
You meet New Yorkers and people from the New York metro area. That is making one heck of a difference in our city. To all of our finalists, I want to say thank you very much. Thank you for what you're doing, creating jobs, making our neighborhoods much healthier, caring about the environment. It is you that make a difference. So thank you very much.
Great, have a nice night. We hope you come back and see us again, or maybe do another presentation. You never know. Thank you. Good night,
All right,
everybody.
Thank you very much. Great job. Here, give me a hug.
We really do have samples.
Yeah, good.
Congratulations.